So today's topic is what is new in TallyPrime Release 6. So the Release 6 is officially not at launch, but the beta version is available. Beta version is nothing but a testing version. So in this session, we are going to discuss about what is new, what is going to be released in Release 6. So myself, Manikandan, I'm the Chief Knowledge Officer at Asset Integrated Info System. So I have a small instruction. So this is a beta version. We don't advise you to install the beta version and convert your data into that. So we have to wait for some more days. I'm just giving you some knowledge enhancement in advance. So whatever the additional things you are learning through this webinars, don't implement it immediately. So you just get in touch with your senior accountant, tax consultants, and chartered accountants before you implement it. Today's topic is about the new release 6. Right. So we will understand what is releases first of all. See, every software will have the advancements, okay, periodical advancements. Like that, in Tally also, the Tally software has come with different versions. Okay, so in my experience, I've seen 4.5, then 5.4, 6.3, 7.2, 8.1, then Tally 9, then Tally ERP 9, later Tally Prime. Okay, so this is about the version. Versions are nothing but the major technical advancements in the particular version of a software. So it is not only in Tally, you take any products, electronic products, or any kind of a products have its own versions. Okay, even the mobiles which we are using before 20 years, there is no mobile called Android mobiles or iPhones. So everyone was using the button phones. Okay, it was very big. Okay, there is no digital display, there is no WhatsApp, there is no nothing in that. Only calling and sending message are the options available in those days in the mobile phone, right? So then we have seen so many versions of the phones. Now we are using the Android and iPhones. That is the advancement of a particular product. Similarly, you can find it from any product, your mixer grinder or wet grinder, kind of instruments, whatever you are using, even the televisions, the audio systems, the computer monitors. Those days, the monitors were so big. Now we have a flat monitors. So in that case, every product has its own enhancements. Okay, Tally, not only Tally, other softwares also, even in MS Office, you can find a lot of versions, lot of advancements. So to differentiate a product, the advancements in the product, that different names are given for the product. The latest version in Tally is TallyPrime. In that, there is one more category called releases. So we got a point that there is a product called TallyPrime. So in the TallyPrime, originally it was released 3 years before. So once it is released, there is some more changes in the TallyPrime. Minor changes, not a major change. So for every minor change also, they cannot give a new version, no? So that is the reason a new releases are given. Okay, so the releases are nothing but small updates on the particular version. In that way, TallyPrime release 1, release 2, release 3, 3.1, 4, 4.1, like that, various releases have come. So we should understand the reason for those releases. Okay, either to update the technical changes or to fix some bugs. Bugs are nothing but the errors and mistakes on the particular releases. Okay, when you find some mistakes on a product, Tally will try to solve it as soon as possible, and they'll be releasing a new release and it will be renamed. Okay, so in that way, if there is any changes in the tax compliances, we are seeing a lot of changes on the GST compliances. Okay, so that changes will be updated on the new product and new release will be released, right? So in that way, each release will introduce some changes on the functionalities, which helps the businesses to smooth it. Okay, to take a report or to file the statutory compliances easily, or to manage the data easily, or to transfer the data easily, or to generate a particular report, right? So what is new in release 6? Earlier version releases are, release 5 was released end of September. That was a major additions were brought in that. That is, you can file your GST returns directly from Tally. Earlier, we prepare all, we post all transactions, we do computations, we solve all the errors, and we download the JSON file from Tally, and we go to GST portal and we upload such JSON files, right? That was a system. And sometimes we face some problem when we are uploading the file, the server will be busy. Tally portal, GST portal will be busy. To avoid this situation, Tally has brought the inbuilt GST filing option. So you can file your GST returns directly from Tally. You no need to visit GST portal. So you'll post all the transactions. So you'll be exchanging the data from your Tally to the GST portal. That is the major advancements in Tally release 5. It has come in the end of September. Okay, so that reduces our burden. As I told you, that will smooth your operations. So you don't need to wait at the portal busyness, right? In that way, last 1.5 months back, we got another release, that is release 5.1. Because after the release 5, GST portal has brought some changes, like IMS, Invoice Management System. Okay, so earlier we used to download GSTR 2B, whatever the credits are available, we used to accept it and we used to file the GSTR 3B. Later, department has brought a change that we have to give approval for all our credit invoices. Okay, inward supplies. So then only it will appear on your GSTR 2B, you can file your GSTR 3B. So that was updated on release 5.1. Now we are planning for a release 6. So let us see what are the changes are coming in release 6. That's a major change, I can say. Because if an organization has 1 or 2 transactions related to banking, they don't worry about it. So they can do it easily. But if they have hundreds of transactions, they'll be having a huge manpower to handle the banking transactions. Okay. So there is a worry of accountants because, we do some data entry in Tally. We do some banking activity through banking portal. For example, I would like to make some payment through my banking portal, net banking, RTGS, NEFT, IMPS, whatever it is. Okay, I'll do the transaction from banking portal. I'll open Chrome or some other browser. I'll get into my banking login and I'll make the payment. Later, the same transaction has to be updated on my Tally also. Okay, there is a high possibility. It is a data entry kind of a job. There is a high possibility we do some mistakes. Okay, so typographical errors are possible. We do some mistakes. We do wrong entries or we miss some transaction. In accounting, we have a lot of type of errors like error of omission, error of commission, kind of errors. So finally, there is a possibility you'll be getting some mismatch in the bank balances. We do bank reconciliation. That's a different story. But we do some mistakes when we are updating the transactions from banking into Tally. So to avoid this situation, Tally release is coming with the connected system. That means you can connect your bank directly from Tally. With that, you can see your bank balances in Tally itself. Okay, no need to visit the banking portal to check the bank balances. From Tally itself, you can check your bank balances and e-payments will be enabled in your Tally itself, and the same thing, the entry also will be posted automatically in your Tally. So it is giving a multiple role. So one is you can connect your bank and you can check your bank balances. Number 2, you can make e-payments and you can post that entry in Tally in a single transaction, right? That is the one advancement you can expect in the release 6. Now, one more thing is that there is an enhanced bank reconciliation. Of course, there is a reconciliation feature in Tally, not only in TallyPrime, in the earlier versions also we have bank reconciliations. See, usually what we do is we open the bank ledger, we press the reconcile button, there will be an additional column, okay, with the space to feed the bank dates will be available. You're supposed to feed the bank date. Say, for example, I'm giving a check on 5th of April. So I'll be posting the transaction in my Tally dated 5th of April. But the check will get cleared maybe on 7th or 8th or 9th of April. So if that is cleared in your bank, by referring the bank statement, you have to enter the bank date, that is 9th of April. Then that particular transaction will get reconciled. So in that case, you will be identifying the missing transactions, maybe the checks you have issued, but the supplier have not presented, or the checks which you have received from your customer, you have deposited in bank, but it is yet to be cleared, or some amount is debited by your bankers for the service charges or the loan interest or something. Okay, some transactions is made by the bankers by automatically debiting your account, but it is not coming to your notice. Everything will be resolved in the reconciliation. But now in this TallyPrime, there are a lot of advancements, enhancements in the reconciliations. Okay. So what we can do is we can download the bank statements, and the statements can be directly uploaded to the Tally, so that the transactions which have some matchings, for example, the check number or the transaction reference. For example, I'm giving a check number 54321, and the same thing is entered on my payment transaction. Suppose if the bank statement reflects the same check number 54321, then automatically Tally does the reconciliation. So you no need to feed the bank date manually. So that is the advancements we have in the release 6. Already we have some more corrections have made so that your work is going to be easy. And coming to the first point, that is automated accounting using bank statements. This is going to be the magic of TallyPrime release 6. Of course, suppose there is a lot of pending work. For example, for the past 1 month, I have not entered the bank statements in Tally. Okay, so this happens sometimes, or sometimes there is a data loss, so we have to enter all the bank transactions in Tally. Or suppose you have used some other applications, or you have maintained the accounts manually. Now you got the necessity to maintain data in Tally. In those cases, instead of recording the transactions in TallyPrime manually, one by one, you can upload the bank statements directly to Tally. So Tally will help you to account all the transactions automatically in Tally through the input options. So we are going to discuss all these points now, but there is one small update, that is the connected banking. I told you, that you can see your bank balances, you can make all your e-payments from the Tally itself. All those things are available right now for the three banks, that is Yes Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, and SBI Bank. If you are using any of these three banks, it will be very much useful for you. Okay, so don't get afraid. So people are afraid. It's like from Tally itself, if I can see the bank statement, or somebody will steal the money, or something will happen. No, nothing will happen. So you're going to check the bank balances with the proper username, password, everything should be available. Then only you can check the bank balances directly from Tally. Now, inbuilt options are available for S Bank, Kotak Bank, and SBI. If you prefer to have it for some other banks, it is available, but there are some tedious process. Okay, we have to connect to your respective branch, and then only we can do some customization on your banking to Tally activity. But for these three banks, yes, Kotak and SBI, it is available by default. Okay, if you are the one using your bank account in any of these three accounts, just ensure that it is only for the current account, OD or OCC account. That means only for the business account and strictly not for the SB account. Okay, some businesses for easy day-to-day management purpose, they're using SB account also. Most of the cases in the proprietorship form, they use SB account, which is opened in the proprietor's name, and they operate that account also for the cash managements. Okay, for the small transactions, they use SB account. For the GPay transactions, etc. So that is not possible. You cannot connect your personal bank account and not the SB account strictly. Now, let me connect Tally so that you can easily understand what is new in TallyPrime release 6. Okay, first thing you have to observe the top, left top. So usually TallyPrime logo will be different. Okay, it has 3-color logo. So I can show you that logo also. So now you can see TallyPrime. Now the existing release, it is release 5 or release 5.1. TallyPrime will be different. Okay, now for the release 6, just to differentiate, it has come, the logo has come like TallyPrime Silver. Okay, so the logo in your desktop also will be like P. P denotes prime. Okay, so that's a major difference. And I'll create a company for your demonstration purpose. Just creating a company. creating a company, Raj Enterprises. You can give company details, address, everything. Just mentioning the state as Tamil Nadu and for the financial year 1/4/2024, right? Hope you'll be comfortable on creating companies. Okay, so I'll just deactivate GST for time being. That's all, right? Now I'm creating a ledger, ICICI bank account under bank account. Usually we create the bank account like this only. I'm just skipping everything. I'll select the bank. If you want, you can mention the bank account numbers, IFSC code, everything. Just selecting the bank ledger. I've just created the bank ledger. I've not posted any transactions. Okay. Now you have an option called import. Okay. There is an option called bank details. So what we can do is there is an option to connect your company with other banking. If you have State Bank of India, or, I told you, like Kotak Mahindra and Yes Bank. So you can connect your system to your banker and you can get the bank balances. Just see it, exchange. There's an option, exchange, and all banking options. You can log in and log out of your banks. Right now, I don't have SBI or Kotak or Yes Bank account or login with me. But if you have, you can try it. See, for all these three banks, get into the all banking options. You can log in. And once the work is done, you can log out from the banking. But if you click on get balances, if your bank is connected, okay, if your bank is connected, say for example, I've created Kotak Mahindra. Okay, let me create a ledger as Kotak Mahindra. I'm just selecting Kotak Mahindra. Okay, so once the bank ledger is created, get into the exchanges and you connect to your login and logout option so that your bank will be connected. And this Kotak Mahindra will be available here. Okay, suppose if you have more than one bank account in your Kotak Mahindra, that will also be available. If you have the account number, okay, the bank balances, available balances as per bank. Suppose I have a bank account at Kotak, I'm connecting it. So my .NET user ID is required. Hope you know about your .NET user ID. When you are working with Tally, if you are a licensed user, that license will show you your .NET user ID. Okay. So to connect your bank with your Tally for the safety reasons, because bank balances is a sensitive one. Okay. Maybe the unauthorized people, if they're accessing your bank balances, that's nothing but your company financial status should not be disclosed to others, right? So it's nothing but an issue. It's a problem, sensitive matter. So to get your bank balances, your .NET ID is important. So just don't need to afraid of your confidentialities. So you can get the bank balance. Whatever the banks connected to your Tally, whatever the banks you have, okay, you have the online banking passwords. So that will come under your bank ledgers, account number, your balances. And when it was updated, that information also will be available. Suppose you are working at 3:10 p.m. and some transactions are happening, your proprietor is making some payments and the banker is making some credits in your account. You can update, you can check the timing of when it was updated. Then you click on to the get balances, your bank balances will be available, right? This is for the exchange of your data with the bankers. There's an option, all banking options. You can get the statement from your bankers directly. Okay, for everything, the username, .NET username password is important. You can get the bank statement and you can get the bank balances and you can connect the bankers. Okay, you can make the payments also. See, there is an option, send payments. So these are all the connections you're going to have with the bankers. This is one area. So this is going to be easy only for the Kotak SBI and Yes bankers. Okay, but still, if you have a bank account with ICICI or IDBI kind of other banks, you don't need to worry. But there is some tedious process. You have to get in touch with your bankers and you have to connect it through the Tally. Okay, it is not an inbuilt option, right? Now coming to the main part, that is the updating transactions in Tally. Now there is an option called import. Meantime, you download your bank statement in Tally Okay, whatever the entries you are able to post it in Tally, you can post it. Okay, say for example, I'll post 1 or 2 transactions in Tally by seeing my bank statement just for the easy updates. I've downloaded one bank statement, just opening it. Assume that there is one transaction 5th January dated. There is a receipt in my ICC bank account. So the instrument number is very much important. Okay, suppose if the instrument number is properly matching with your banking transaction and you no need to do the reconciliations separately. Okay, some references, your check number or online payment facility, something is matching with your record, the reconciliation will happen automatically. I've just posted only one transaction just for our future reference. Usually what we do is we go to the banking option and there are banking activities. Okay, there is a bank ledger, just enter, and this is your unreconciled page. Okay, there is no reconciliation has happened. Only one transaction is there. Okay, and you can see the view reconciliation option. There is no reconciliation has happened. Okay, so this is how we can enter and we can do the reconciliations also. So this is the transaction available in your books of accounts. Suppose if you are doing the reconciliation, then you have to do the reconcile. I have not selected the transaction. 1 minute. So we have to do the reconciliations. 1 minute. Right. So we do the manual reconciliation. So instead of that, what we can do is we can export your transactions from Excel to Tally. So there is an option. There is an import transactions, bank statements. Okay. Usually from other application to Tally or from some other company data to Tally company data, we can transfer the transaction. That is a different. Now we are going to upload the bank statements. Okay. First we'll see the bank details. Okay. Whatever the banks you can configure. So wherever you would like to configure your bank details, you can configure. Okay. But what I'm doing is already I've downloaded the bank statement. I kept in my D drive. So I'll go to the bank statements. So first thing is for which ledger you are going to import the transactions. I'm going to import the transactions for ICICI bank account. I've selected. Then where is the file located? Okay. So I'm going to mention the file location as D:/. That means the D drive. In the D drive, I've saved the files. Okay. And there are various formats like CSV, comma delimited and Excel, also AII. Okay, kind of ASCII formats are available. But what you're supposed to do is you have to select these supported formats. Okay. So I'm just selecting supported format and file to import. Which file you'd like to import now? Okay, just check whether the file is available in the system or not. I'll just put show more. There is a bank statement. There are different files in the D drive. Okay, so don't get panic. There are different files available on the D drive. In that, my bank statement is available in the Excel format. That is the dated 25th February. Okay, so before you import that Excel statement, you just ensure that the file is closed properly. It's not in a opening state. Now I'm just accepting that particular entry. If you want, you can see the preview. Okay, now I'm going to press enter. Account number in the bank statement does not match with the bank ledger. See, this kind of a notifications you are going to get for the error-free transactions. Now I'll change the bank account number. Required, we can add our IFSC, something, whatever is available in your bank statement, just mention. Again, I'll try to import. If there is a luck, we can import now itself. See the bank statement, the account number is coming here. I'm selecting supported. It takes time. I'm selected the wrong file. I'm selecting the Excel. You can see the preview. Yes, it's a magic. We have a luck today. So I'm just kidding. So Tally is now reading that Excel file. Once the preview has come, I'll show you the Excel statement also. See, it's just an Excel statement I have downloaded from my bank account. Okay, I didn't do any modification on the bank statement, just have downloaded and I've kept it in the D drive. There is various number of 300 plus transactions are there, I think. I'm not sure, but it will be more than 150 only. Yes. Oh my God, it's nearly 380 transactions. See how many transactions there, and down we can find 321. That means around 350 transactions are there. Okay, there are 26 transactions and 321 is hidden. So 346 transactions within 2 minutes. The transactions are going to be uploaded in Tally. Totally 347. Oh my God, there is a dashboard in the top. Okay, for to cross check it, and you can open and cross check your Excel file also, your bank statement also. See that there is a debit column, there is a credit column, opening balance, and the total transaction value. There is a debit of 9,20,000, there is a credit of 9,47,000, and everything is coming as per your statement. You want to cross check, we can cross check. See, as per the statement, what is the balance available as per the statement? Okay, what is the debited amount? What is the credited amount? Everything will be coming. And this is nothing but a preview. Okay, just imagine you have 300, 500, 1,000, 2,000 transactions yet to be posted in Tally. Just imagine you are yet to post 300, 500, 1,000, 2,000 transactions in Tally. How much time it will take? It depends on the person. Some people will do it within 3-4 days. Some will take 10, 20 days also. But again, copying the narration, copying the bank references like instrument number is not that much easy task. Okay, so but Tally helps you to upload all your bank transactions within, we have taken only 2 or 3 minutes, no? Just 2 or 3 minutes we have taken. So what we can do is just import. Now it was a preview. Now we have imported. Now you have to focus more. Okay, there are 347 transactions there in Excel. We have not entered all the transactions, but for demonstration purpose, I have entered only one transaction. You remember, for demonstration purpose, fifth dated, I have entered 9,000 rupees transaction for which the bank reference is matching. Okay, the bank reference is matching. So all the transactions are imported in Tally. Still, we are importing the transaction. If it is a debit, the credit ledger, that is ICICI Bank. If it is a payment, the credit ledger, that is ICICI Bank account, will be updated. If it is a receipt, the debit bank ledger ICICI will be updated. But for the remaining, we have to do it manually. Okay, Tally cannot understand the transaction, right? But it is saying that there's only one transaction is exactly matching. Now we will go to the bank reconciliation page. Whatever the transactions we have seen, see, it is here. Okay, so it is not that all the entries are posted. See, balance as per company books 9,000. Only one transaction I have entered manually. I hope you remember. Only one transaction I have entered manually. But remaining transactions are yet to be posted. Okay, so for example, I'm taking deposits. Okay, see, there is a 9,000 rupees transaction. Blue lines are nothing but the transactions are available only in the bank statement. Okay, just see, blue lines are nothing but the informations are available only in the bank statement. Black lines are nothing but the entries available in the Tally. Okay, this entry is available in Tally. It is exactly matching. You know what is matching? This reference number. That's why I told you, when you are posting the transactions in Tally, most of the time we miss this part. Okay, what we do is, when we are making the payment or receipt transaction, if there is a check number, okay, we put the check number. That too we are missing sometime. That is not at all a good practice. Okay, if it is an online payment, we make that entries without the bank references. Okay, because most of the time there is a wrong practices by the proprietors also. What they do is they'll just inform to the accountant that they have made some payment to so and so. That's all. Sometimes it's oral information. Sometimes they will send these screenshots of GPay. Okay, but they have to refer the bank statement and there will be an instrument number. If it is a NEFT, IMPS, RDGS, instrument numbers you can find. That's nothing but the reference number. Okay, but when there is a check, they will be finding a check number. This should be updated in Tally. I'll show you where it has been updated. After you select the bank and its amount, you can find a bank allocation screen. There you have to change the mode of payment, whether it is a check payment or UPI or online fund transfer. There are more systems available. Even from ATM, you can transfer the funds nowadays. Okay. So ICICI and all, you go to your ATM, even from ATM, you can do the fund transfers. Okay. So select the appropriate references, online fund transfer and the instrument number. This instrument number is matching with the transaction. So Tally is helping us to find the exact matches. That's all. If this transaction is exactly matching, I can do the reconciliation. That's all. It is reconciled. That means this transaction is reconciled. Now, coming to the main area, these are all the transactions that is related to the deposits. Okay, I have selected only deposits. These transactions are available in the bank statement. Okay, but now we have imported, but it is yet to be accounted in Tally. That means it has come to Tally, but it is not affected the respective ledger. Okay, now I'm selecting everything. I'm going to transfer it to the respective ledger. Okay, just remember, I'm not giving you any false commitment. Like I told you that from bank statement, you can upload the transactions to Tally. Yes, you can upload. We have seen the preview, we have uploaded, but it is not accounted to the respective ledger. In the case, if it is a receipt, you know very well, this is the ICICI receipt. So debit, the money is coming to ICICI bank account. So the debit option is available, but the credit option, you have to mention whether it's a commission or it is received from Karthik or whether it is received from so-and-so. So that should be updated by yourself. Once it is updated, it will go to the respective ledger. Okay. Meantime, if you want to check, I'll take you to the daybook. Just see the daybook. Only one transaction is updated. Okay. But all the transactions are already imported. I'll go to the banking again, banking activities. Just see there are 346 transactions. In that I'm selecting the deposits. I just select tab, control tab. If you want, you can select manually also. For example, I'll select this transaction. Manually, I'm just selecting manually. It is nothing but a bank charge. Just selecting one by one. So I've selected 4 transactions. It's nothing but the bank charges. Say, for example, it's a bank charges. So what I can do is I can do create voucher. Now you are going to select the credit option. Okay, it's nothing but something from Google GPay will be getting some credit. No, that is nothing but some indirect income, something like other income I can use. So I'm going to post this transaction to other income. Since I've not created any ledgers, I'm just creating in front of you. I'm just selecting other income, other income, other income. That means now we have posted 4 transactions successfully. That's all. Once it is posted, we have to select the transactions. Okay. See what we can do is we can press control space. Okay. Control space. All the transactions will be selected. You can mark it as a regular and a reconcile. Only if it is marked as a regular and reconcile, this transaction will go to your regular books of accounts. Now I'll show you the magic. I'll go to the day book. You can find 5 transactions. That means you have not updated any transaction through voucher mode. Directly from bank statements, you have downloaded the Excel, and from Excel, you have imported the transactions. Once it is imported, you'll be given a preview page and the transactions will go to Tally, but it will not affect the respective ledger. Once it is imported, you have to go to banking activity, select the ledger and accept the particular transaction. Say, for example, for your understanding, again, I'm just selecting all the transactions. I can say create voucher or multi-voucher. Okay. Or even you can do the consolidation. Okay, I'll show that also. For example, assume that this amount is received from a particular party. Assume that this amount is received from a particular party. I know very well that this is received from a particular party. So what I can do is I can select consolidated. That means the total amount I'm going to account it as my training fee. It is nothing but 2,37,600. Of course, it is not advisable. Whatever the transactions are there in bank statement, as per that, each and every transaction should be accounted in Tally. But for the namesake, when we are accounting, for example, it is very emergency. Okay, but we know that these are all the transactions received through training income. Okay, instead of posting each and every entry separately, you can select create vouchers consolidated and select the particular ledger. That means all the 7 transactions combined together, it's nothing but the my same transaction as training income. That's all, it is posted. So in this way, you can minimize your work. Okay, suppose if it is emergency, you can do it. Otherwise, it is advisable to enter the transactions manually. So this is about the receipts. Now I can do the payments also. Similar way, I can do the payments. For example, all these expenses are my tea coffee expenses. Assume that it's nothing but a staff welfare. I'm just contributing some tea coffee at the office hours to my staff members. So what I can do is I can post all the entries at a time. It is very easy to account the transactions. See, since there is no other ledger in the yes, I'm getting all the entries and select the entries to the reconciliation. That's all, your reconciliation is over. So that means all these transactions are available in your books of accounts, and also it is available as per Tally. You can refer this balance as per company books 2,46,430. That means there were some receipts, there were some payments. So these are all the transactions already we have entered, and the reconciliation is also completed. See, reconciliation is also completed for all those transactions. Okay. See, this is the reconciliation page. What we can do is we can go to basis of value and we can mention that include the reconciliation transactions also. Include all unreconciled transactions. Yes. So all the transactions will be available here, right? So in this way, you can import your bank statement into Tally. And if you don't post the entry, if you are posting the entry with Paka references, that will be available as exactly matching. So you can press enter and you can do the reconciliation. Otherwise, if those entries are not available, Tally will help you to update all those transactions in Tally, right? So you can simplify your work. See, it is not that you keep all the entries pending and you import the bank transactions and upload in Tally is not advisable. Okay, say for example, in one day itself, you are getting more than 10, 20, 30 transactions. If possible, at the day end, instead of recording all transactions one by one, it is advised to download the bank statement for the particular day of 30 or 40 transactions, and you can import in Tally and you can accept the transactions with the create voucher or multi-voucher options. In that way, the entries will be updated in Tally and the reconciliation also will be complete, right? So it is not automatic. We are going to update it manually. Instead of posting one by one all the transactions as data entry, you are going to import from Excel bank statement to Tally, right? So this is about importing your bank statements into Tally. I thought of sharing some more document which is related to the new releases, that is release 6. Okay, see, if it is an exact match, I've showed you the transaction for 9,000, that is an exact match, then that exact match entry will be available and you can do the reconciliation automatically. Even it will show the potential matches or 1 or 2 matches also, it will be available. Okay, so what you can expect is the connected banking system and your bank balances update in the bank statements or the new options in release 6. Of course, in this release 6 is yet to be available for the regular usage. The beta version has come. If you want to experience the beta version, go to Tally server and you can experience the beta version also. Okay, go to Tally Solutions website and you can download the release 6. You can experience with the release notes. I'll show you the page. It's called beta version. That's why from the beginning I'm giving an instruction. So not to implement on your regular data. See, whatever you're doing on Tally, so if you're updating your system, you're taking a new releases or you're splitting the Tally data, it is better to take a backup so that your data will be safe. Your actual data will be safe. Now I'll show you the page from which you can access your Tally to release, that is release 6. Okay, if you are a person using Tally, you can experience the Tally release 6 beta version. That's why it is named as beta version. Alpha, beta we used to call for the draft, kind of a draft editions. These are all the options available on the, and for your, from your Tally dealer also, you can connect your Tally release 6. Right? So this is about the new release 6, right? Thank you very much for your participation. You can ask your queries. I'll give some more updates about Tally. See, in Tally, the invoice looks so professional. I agree with that. But instead, still, if you want to make some changes on your invoice, it is possible. Some people, some business owners, some accountants are thinking that there whatever is available in Tally cannot be modified. No, it's not so. From Tally, you can modify your invoices, your reports, whatever it is. Okay. There are possibilities. See, if you open the Tally invoice, there are multiple options to make changes through F12 configuration. If you want to make, you can make it as a simple invoice or the professional invoice with the items, without items, or you can keep some changes on the narration part, whatever it is. Okay, that is available in the F12 configurations. Then still, if you want some more changes, see, this is our company invoice. We keep our logo. So it was our 25th year celebration. So our 25th year celebration logo is there. And we keep the Tally logo in the top. Earlier it was TallyPrime, now Tally ERP9, now it is TallyPrime. And we put the color patterns of our company in the top. And in the bottom also, we keep some more information, which looks like our letterhead and seal and signature. Even seal and signature also can be defined in Tally. Okay, so in earlier period, we print out the invoices, we put seal and signature, and we courier it to our customers. Or we manually, we go and deliver the invoices to the customers sometimes. Okay, nowadays, everything is gone. No one is doing this kind of a work. Paperwork, most of them are avoiding. What we are doing is, we simply download the PDF copies and we send it to them. Sometimes our customer will say there is no seal and signature. We download it, we take a printout and we put seal and signature. Again, we take a snapshot and we convert it to PDF. So you can avoid all those time taking work. Okay, so you can configure your seal and signature in Tally itself. Okay, so that when you are taking a PDF, when you are exporting invoices in PDF format, by default, invoice comes with the seal and signature. Okay. From Tally, you no need to download the invoices in PDF. From invoice page, you can share the invoices to your customers through email or even through WhatsApp. Okay. So your company official number can be configured with that Tally. Okay. With minimum charges so that your invoices reaches your customers through WhatsApp itself. So everything is going to reduce your time. So whatever the advancements are coming in Tally, you have to try to update on your system also. Okay, so I request everyone to use the latest releases of Tally. As of now, it is 5.1 and we are expecting release 6 shortly. Okay, so ensure that you have a proper TSS. TSS is nothing but Tally Software Services. See, your system should have proper TSS. Then only it is possible to use the latest editions of Tally. Okay, if you are not using the latest, just see on the Tally right top, you can find the alarm button. You can find some red dots next to that. So the red dots will give you the information about the notifications. So whatever you are missing will be available there. Or even you type on the, you click on the F1 help, you can find a upgrade button. Upgrade button will let you know the latest release in Tally. The latest release is 6.0 beta. It is installed in my system. Okay, now you check your system. If you find something like release 5, that means you are using the older release. Now it is release 5.1 officially. Okay, some people are still using Tally release 2.1, 2.3 kind of old releases. That means you cannot use any of the latest advancements in Tally. Okay, you ensure that your Tally has enough TSS, that is Tally software services. See, in my system, the Tally software services are updated up to 28th February 2026. So this helps you to download the releases, okay, at free of cost. So yearly once we have to do the renewal through TSS updates. Once it is done, so you are free to use all the latest releases of Tally, right? So this is about the important information I thought of sharing it. And another important information is now Asset Integrated Info System as its another business division called tallyhr.com. So with this portal, we help the accountants, we help the business owners to meet each other for the recruitment of accountants and for the accountants to get the better accountant job. It is nothing but a portal intermediary between the accountants and the business owners. So we help them to take this service so that business owners will get a good accountants. There's one more announcement from Tally. There is a announcement for Tally ERP9 users. Still, some of them are using. Today we are talking about releases, but there are people still using the old version that is called Tally ERP9. So for your kind information, when we are using the old versions, one fine day we will not get support from the Tally company. If there is any Tally data damage or something related to Tally and data, you may not get a proper support from Tally company because we are using the very old version. Okay, so the technology has changed. No, we have to use the latest one. So when anybody, any of your friends, business friends is using Tally ERP9, advise them to upgrade themselves to TallyPrime. Now it is coming with the offer price. For that, they have to upgrade the TSS. So you know very well, TSS rate is very, for the ERP9 users, the TSS rate is very cheap, just 2,250 plus 18% GST. This price will be applicable only up to 6th March. Later, you will not find this price and you will not get support for your Tally ERP9. So for all these informations, if you want to get in touch with us, so you can contact through info@assettally.com, and also there is a phone number 98490-33736. And the next session is about the purchase transactions on TallyPrime. That is going to be on 27th February, Thursday. Thank you very much for your continuous support. We will meet on Thursday. Thank you.